Today we get to do something fun, bourbon fans. I'm going to go through this pre-made whiskey tasting kit with you. And you're going to want to watch to the end to see how well I do guessing these whiskeys and what are they. So let's get right to it. Hey folks, I'm Tim the Suburban Dad. Today we are going through a tasting kit from Blind Barrels. And as you can see, it comes in this very cool box. Open it up. Inside they've got some information, and they have this very well done tasting note table on there. It's probably the best I've seen. And of course there's 4 whiskey samples to try. These are all a mystery. I don't even know what kind of whiskey they are. They might be bourbon, rye, single malt, I don't know. Just give me 4 of them. They give a QR code to scan to get all the answers. So I'm gonna go through. Now, if you've watched any of my blind tasting videos, you know that historically I am pretty awful at blind tastings. So I'd be very curious to see how I do with bottles that are not even in my inventory at all. Might never even heard of some of these. It should be interesting. We're gonna go for age, proof, and type of whiskey. Now I must say, I love this tasting table. It's very well laid out, very well designed. There's a category on here that I've not seen before. You know, cereal, vegetal, woody, spicy, roasted, winey. Different types of wine, that's interesting. And we get down to fainty, F-E-I-N-T-Y. And the subcategories are microbiological, technological, and chemical. Now, if you ever hear me describing a whiskey as technological or chemical, it's going to be a no from me, just right off the bat. Head or solvent, tail or fusel or burnt, sulfurous, rubbery, oxidized, medicinal, soapy. Absolutely not. I hope I don't taste any of that today. But other than that, I'm super excited. We're gonna do 4 samples, A, B, C, D, one at a time, and we'll see how it goes. Starting with sample A. Yeah, let's see here. Ooh, getting a very strong nose on this one right away. It's a fairly dark color. Wow, what is that nose? Very fruity and sweet on the nose. Very sweet. Cherries, like, cherries Jubilee. It's very syrupy, cherry, sugary, like dark, rich cherry, like cherry pie. Oh my goodness. Rich and fruity smelling. Ooh, I love that nose. That's a fantastic nose. All right, let's take a sip. First sip is quite nice. It's got that sweetness and fruitiness, some spice. Now, using their handy dandy tasting table, let's see, fruity, more of the stone fruits for sure. And let's see, not so much roasted sweets like they've got here, like caramel or toffee. More sugary. Let's see, I don't see really sugary category on here other than sweet. But yeah, like a cherry pie filling exactly is what I'm getting. And a little bit of woodiness, some oakiness, spice, where are we at? Spicy, cinnamon, maybe a tiny bit of clove, some vanilla in there. Wow, that's quite tasty. Okay, so I'm expecting that to be a rye or bourbon. Doesn't taste super old, but it's not super young either. I'm thinking somewhere in the 4 to 6 year range. I'm gonna say 4 to 6, and I'll split the middle and say 5 to be exact, but I would say 4 to 6 years old. And proof-wise, it's not super low proof. There's some graininess in there. More like oat. Oat, rye. I think this might be a rye. That's how spicy it is, but in a good way. Proof-wise, over 100 proof, a little warming. I would say 108 proof, and I'm gonna say a rye on that one. All right, Sample one, very enjoyable. I would buy that. I would pay, oh, I don't know, at least 50 bucks for that. And I'll have a link for Blind Barrels in the description so you can check them out. They've got several options for kits like this. You can get just a one-off kit. You can sign up and get them delivered every few months. And they've got different ways you can make that account and when to pay for it. And you can just buy the bottles outright from their shop as well. On to pour B. Each one of these is sealed. They want you to know that it is a brand new pour. What have we got here? A little lighter on this one. Not super light, but just lighter than the last one. Okay, a little bit more shy on the nose, which isn't saying a whole lot. The first one was just so out there with the nose that this one is more average, I'd say. The other one was above average. Sweet on the nose. It's a little bit more shy, so it's taking me a second to kind of tease it out. Might mean that it's lower proof, maybe. Again, kind of fruity, but not so much cherry. More peachy, maybe. Oh, it's a hard nose to tease out. Let's try it. Very bright, fruity, sweet. Last one was more dark fruits. This is very bright, fresh, fruity. It's got kind of an aftertaste to it that I'm not digging so much. The fruitiness is very, very prominent. Fresh raspberries, maybe a little bit of peach. Very, very fruity. Makes me think maybe it's a single malt. It's also higher proof. Definitely not the 80s. I would doubt it's in the 90s. I would think it's 100 plus as well. Age-wise, it seems rather young. I would say maybe 3 years on that one. 3 years. I'm gonna guess single malt, just based on how fruity it is. And it doesn't have quite the smoothness of a light whiskey. I don't know. That aftertaste is seeming a little fainty, maybe. It's sweet, but it's like a little astringent at the end. What did I say? Okay, so proof. I'll say 110 proof, maybe. It was a little tricky to pinpoint. No, lower. I'll say 105 proof. 105. I don't like that one as much. Pour A was a lot better. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. Try and cleanse my palate a little bit. On to pour C. Pour C. I'll leave that one out here. Okay, darker, kind of like A. Nose. Darker, dustier, grainier. Yeah, not as sweet fruity on this one. More cereal notes. Yeah, a lot of wheat. Wheat and hay. Oh, okay, okay. Let's try it. It's a very earthy flavor to it. Grainy, grassy, hay, stick. It tastes very earthy. Okay, so it's got some oakiness in there for sure. Oh, let me see. Forest. That's a great tasting note. It literally says forest on here. That's exactly what I get. Maybe a little bit of soil, grass, hay. Absolutely. Not herbal, but vegetal. Yes. Wow. I'm probably not selling this one very well to you guys. It's okay. It's very unique. I don't know that I love that one, but I appreciate the uniqueness of it. I'm always intrigued to try a unique whiskey. Doesn't mean I'm gonna love it, but it's always worth a try. Okay, so let's try and tease out a little information about this one. Dusty nose. Generally when something smells or tastes dusty, a lot of times that means it's younger. This one definitely seems young to me. 2 to 4 years old. Leaning more towards 2. I'm gonna say 2 years old. Vegetal. Proof-wise, I'm gonna say 98 proof, possibly lower than the others. That is a unique one. I'll say bourbon on that one. Yeah, it doesn't, even though it has more of the vegetal notes to it, it doesn't taste rye-like. It's not dill, it's not mint, it's not baking spice, so I'm inclined to think it's not a rye. So far, I've guessed a rye, a single malt, and a bourbon. We'll see if any of those are right. And last but not least, we come to pour D. All right. Ooh, really dark on this one. It's got kind of a reddish tone to it. So to me, that suggests either red corn, some sort of wine finish, on the nose. Kind of an intense nose. Wow, but what is it? What is it? Spicy oak. Ooh, very spicy on the nose. Tobacco is in there for sure. Leathery tobacco. All right, so not very fruity or sweet per se. Similar to the last one, but more leathery oak and tobacco as opposed to vegetal. All right, let's have a taste. Whoa, what am I trying right now? What is that? It's a good kind of what is that, but what is that? Oh my. Okay, it's definitely higher proof. Super leathery tobacco, some oak. Not very sweet, not fruity. Wow, so D. Wow, proof on that one's got to be in the 120s. I'm gonna say 124. I don't know why. Just seems like a reasonable guess. It's in the 120s plus. I'm fairly certain. Yeah. So I like this. I like this. My sweet spot, no pun intended, is caramel profile on a bourbon, but my second one is leathery tobacco. And when you marry those two, it's great. This one is the leathery tobacco side for sure. It's intriguing. C was unique in not so great a way, kind of like Frame Ranch was unique, but not great. This one is unique and really good. Man, I've not tasted something like this. There's just a hint of caramel to kind of bind it all together. All right, so 124 proof. I'm gonna guess this is a bourbon again. Proof on, or age on this one, this is throwing me off. I feel like it's older. I'm gonna say 7 years on this one. That one is intriguing. Wow, poor D. Okay, so of the four, by the way, I said I'd pay $50 for A. B, I would pay maybe $35 for. C, I would not buy. I didn't like it. D, I would pay 60-ish bucks for that one. It's good. It's pretty darn good. Okay, you guys ready to find out how I did? I'm very curious. Don't hold your breath for me expecting me to do great, because you will probably pass out and die. Let's go to the answer, shall we? All right, so you guys ready to find out what exactly these samples are? I sure am. I'm very curious. Okay, so sample A, I guessed 4 to 6 years. It's actually 4 years old. Okay, great. Good job, me. Proof-wise, I said 108. It's actually 118 proof. Okay. I thought this was a rye. Now, I didn't know this category was an option, so I missed that completely. It's a 100% rice mash bill from Louisiana. Can you guess what it is? There's only one whiskey I know of, JT Mellick. There you go. Cool, I've heard of JT Mellick. I've been curious to try it. Now I know that it's good, definitely. Pour B, all right, I think I was way off on this one. 3 years old, I guessed 3 years old. It's actually 6 years old. I guessed 105 proof. It's 122.2 proof. I thought it was a single malt based on how fruity it was. It's actually a bourbon. It's Ben Holliday's soft red wheat rickhouse proof. So I actually have that one right over there. Wow. Okay, so far, not doing great. Okay, pour C. I thought it was 2 years old. It's 3 3/4 years old. Okay, not terribly far off. I thought it was 98 proof. It's 116.8 proof. Yeah, same as Rare Breed, actually. I thought it was a bourbon. It is a bourbon. This is Rocktown Column Still Collection Cask Strength Bourbon. Okay, Rocktown. I know Bruzel just did some videos in Arkansas about them. They're an Arkansas company. Not good. Did not like that one. For D, I thought it was 7 years old. It's 6 years old. Pretty close. I thought it was 124 proof. This could explain why I'm feeling kind of good right now. It's 140.5 proof, folks. Yeah, I think that's the second highest proof I've ever had. 140.5 hazmat proof. I thought it was a bourbon. It's bourbon. This is from 13th Century Whiskey Company. It's their toasted barrel straight bourbon. Wow, 6 years old, 140.5 proof. See, This is fun. I've never even heard of 13th Century. I liked that pour. That was the leathery tobacco-y one. So the Rocktown, sorry Rocktown, that just did not fit my palate at all. It's a no-go. The JT Mellick, that was a good one. And Ben Holiday, I've had Ben Holiday soft red wheat before. That was sneaky. That was sneaky. There you go. Thanks for playing along. This was fun for me. I think you guys would really enjoy this. Be sure to go check out Blind Barrels. You can get your own kit like this and be surprised. You might find something you love, you might find something you don't care for, but it's gonna be fun no matter what. Check out the link in the description below. Until next time, cheers.